Welcome aboard, Sea of Friends, your weekly Sea of Thieves voyage. I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk.
It has been, we've been gone for a week, right? It's been, this will be 2 weeks since you last heard our sexy-ass voices. Hello there.
We are fully off mic now, I'm assuming, or we have the silences off.
We're
not muted this week?
No. You're not muted this week. You're not muted this time.
Good. Then yes. Hello.
We've been gone, holidays and stuff here in the Americas, not the Americas, United States. I don't want to say, because probably not Canada or Mexico, so I don't, or South America. I don't think they're celebrating Memorial Day. But that's what we celebrated, Memorial Day, where it's one of the many holidays in the U.S. where people eat tons of food and hang out with their friends. That's pretty much every holiday for the most part. Most of the summer holidays, it's a lot of outdoors stuff in your face with foods, barbecue foods and all that stuff. I smoked a pork butt for 9 hours, and then we had some pulled pork sandwiches. It was delicious.
It looked delicious. I was pretty jealous of it. I thought you did a wonderful job with the pictures I saw.
Well, thank you. We're still eating it, and it's still just, even if just a quick heat up in a microwave or something, it still melts in your mouth.
This morning he cooked the pork into a scramble and then put it in tortillas, and we had some smoked pork pico, eggy breakfast burritos.
Wow, that sounds absolutely incredible.
It was delicious.
Yeah, man, this new smoker. And then I smoked some chicken the other day too, so now we have shredded pork and shredded chicken. And also, let me tell you, if you're not brining your chicken in pickle juice, you're not living. It's awesome.
That is definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times and then deep fried it, and it's so good. And wait, so you brine it and then you smoke it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just the same.
Yeah.
Ooh. Never tried that.
And you can taste the pickle. It is wild.
No, I can imagine. And I love pickles, so for me that's a big win.
It's great. And then Casey made baked beans from scratch. We soaked the beans overnight, and they were
not canned.
No, not canned.
No, dry
stuff.
beans.
But we've attempted dry bean stuff before, and it's not always works out the way we want. So we didn't eat the beans on when we had everything else. We had them they finished. So she soaked them the next day, which was Monday. She started mixing the stuff. I had smoked bacon the day before, so we used that and everything else she added, and then we were able to eat them the next days when they were soft enough for us to eat. But I've been eating them every day, dude. They're fucking good. They're
He's obsessed with
bushes.
Beans.
Bushes who? What's a bush? It's in my yard. That's what a bush is. It's not a bean.
Bill, have you ever had cowboy beans?
I think so, yeah.
Like different kinds of beans and molasses and bacon and ground beef. It's like kind of a version of that.
It's got,
we use smoked bacon and we use some ham.
Is the smoked bacon you smoked, Anthony, obviously?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
We got some thick cut bacon from the butcher shop, which a half pound was only like 5 strips.
Yeah.
But yeah,
thick.
Yeah. But we smoked that, and we both took a small piece of it after it was done smoking. I'm not a big bacon fan. I think bacon is overrated. I don't really care for it.
Oh my god!
When we make bacon, for breakfast, whatever, I'll usually give Casey and Henson most of it, and then I'll have one little strip. But this on the smoker, even the fat it was like butter, dude. Just melts into a delicious, juicy, meaty liquid in your mouth. I could eat smoked bacon all day long. That's what I'm talking about.
The smoker is a complete game changer, and I think that everybody needs to invest in one. And really, as much as you're going to use it, it's not that expensive.
No, I mean it is. Right? It's obviously an expense. However, so is anything. So is a really nice grill if you get a really nice grill. But if it's effective and it does what you need, it's worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have been using a teeny tiny offset smoker for the past year. The firebox is so tiny that it's gonna be near impossible to do a good brisket or a good even that pork butt I did for 9 hours. I don't think I could have done it in a small offset. But now I have this this Pit Boss pellet smoker. It's
You know, a Pit Boss?
I am now a pit boss.
If you kind of like, I mean, everything's better obviously when you make it on your own, right? But if you're not a big fan of bacon, but now you kind of like it on a smoker, I would try burnt ends. You take like a, well, no, I'm blanking on it, but
pork belly. Are you talking about like
pork belly?
Like the bacon, like the bacon burnt ends. I watched Matt Pittman had that video of he went to that restaurant and they showed him how to do like that, those bacon burnt ends. I don't know. Have you watched that on the Meat Church the channel?
Yeah, I think I just saw that. That's what ignited me about it.
Man, when they squeeze it and you kind of see that fat just liquid out,
yeah,
and then
so good.
Yeah, I got it. I know. Try it.
I got hungry instantly watching that.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot from Meat Church.
Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, good stuff.
Yeah, I love smoking so much that like I just want people to come over so I can make them food.
Oh, and it makes it so easy. You can make so much. Now to switch gears from you did a nice smoke butt. I did my first brisket.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me all about it.
We did this. We did it right. 16 hours. It was on the grill or on the smoker.
Now, what time did you throw it on?
10 p.m.
And did you sleep throughout the night, or did you take you get up occasionally to check on it?
I slept throughout the night, so that's one thing. And I know, you know what, we can fight on it over, YouTube or whatever on comments, email us. But I mean, that's what I love about a pellet grill. I don't have to worry about the wood and keeping the temperature. It keeps that temperature the whole time. And I just let it do its thing. And overnight when I woke up, I looked at it. I was like a kid on Christmas, ran down the stairs, went down and opened it up, and that sweet, beautiful bark was on there already. Started spritzing it with some of the apple cider and water, and it turned out really good. And we actually had my sister and her husband over and did a pool day, so I was able to go down to the pool again. I love my Traeger, and it's so nice to have the app, and I was able to look at the temperature, see what the actual temp of the meat was, from I don't know, half a mile away or whatever. And when it got to the temp, just went back, wrapped it, and we were golden, and it turned out so delicious. And kind of like you guys, Hillary and I were talking about, making breakfast tacos with, the brisket and kind of slicing it up, chopping it up. And I'm really excited to try that. I've been gone all week. So I haven't had the chance yet, but it's sitting in the freezer ready for me to go in and devour it. So
the one time I made a brisket, we wasted none of it. Like, we ate on it for the rest of the week. We did the same thing. We made tacos or like crunch wraps.
Oh yeah,
that's the best. So good.
Yeah, we'll probably thaw it out, and I'm just gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna be sick of it because it was so good. But I plan on doing that. I got made a 17-pounder, so it plenty of leftovers. So it'll be good. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I planned on doing like a 10-pound pork butt, and then when we got there, I was like, hey, maybe I'll do like 8 pounds. And then they grabbed one, and they were like, he was like, I can cut this. And I was like, right on. And then he weighed it. He's like, this is 6 pounds. So I was like, that thing's huge. I'll take the 6-pounder. Like,
yeah. I mean, and not to toot the horn here, and this wasn't planned, but if you Anthony did launch a newbie Q on YouTube, you can see the whole process that he did and just see how he perfected it. And once you see him take that bone out, it was a good night after that. It was beautiful.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to barbecue from a noob who doesn't know how to barbecue, look up Newbie Q on YouTube. It's kind of like a joke channel. Mostly it's a channel just for me to... I love filming stuff and I love editing stuff, so it just gives me a chance to film and edit stuff. So, but I think some of it's funny. Casey said some of it was funny. I think Bill said some of it was funny. So it's like half a joke channel, half a trying to be serious channel.
But a good way to showcase your end results and what you learn from it too.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything's going to be a perfect smoke every time, but it's still going to be good and fun along the way. So check it out.
Yeah, want to learn how to barbecue? Well, so do I. Let's figure it out. All right, on to today's docket. I don't know why I sounded like I got so mad there for a second. We just finished the Lost Sands adventure. We finished both parts of it, both sides of it. I'm not both parts. We finished both sides, did all the deeds, got the title, got both rewards or mementos, whatever you want to call them. And so we're probably gonna go. We're not probably. That's what the episode is. We're just gonna talk about what we thought of it. It took us little. We did Merrick's part a few days after it came out. Bill was out of town when it came out, so when he got back, we did it, and then he went out of town again, and he just got back, and so we finished the second part. So Merrick, which side did you prefer? Which one did you like more? Which I feel do you guys think was more fun to do?
I think it's a difficult question. I think it obviously goes down to the side. Pick a side. What side are you guys? What is everyone on? I mean, are we for Golden Sands or take it away? And obviously, viewers, listeners, let us know your thoughts because it's so crazy. I don't know of another video game that has done something like this. I think it's just I'm just really excited to see the turnout, regardless, whatever it is. But I think. And I think it's also when you do it, right? So we did Merrick. It was pretty easy going. We went into the islands, came back. I think we had some guys kind of mess with us a little bit, so it took us probably longer than it should have. We of course stomped them out. We were saving Golden Sands, so we stomped out anyone that was trying to oppose it. But it was kind of easy going. Nothing, just kind of sail, do it, get your thing, come back, and that kind of called it a day. I thought it was almost. I won't say too easy because I know it's just about the commitment to actually saving it, but it was just kind of easy going, whatever. I think I thought the Reaper side was probably more of a thrill. And again, obviously, spoiler alerts. I'm hoping you've done it because as we record this, only like 5 days left of the adventure, so get on if you haven't. Pick your side. But I felt more. I felt, I guess more scared that something was going to happen, that someone was going to kind of take us over, because we had to row obviously to every island, kind of take the supplies and then go eventually to Golden Sands and blow up a rowboat there, which was kind of okay, it was easy going again, kind of just showed up and just detonated it. And that was it. So I guess, that, for the whole thing, I guess that was more for me because today we had other people on the seas that were trying to get us. And when all we are in is a rowboat, it was more difficult, and kind of more scary, I guess. What if we lose this rowboat? What happens? Do we have to start all over? How is this going to affect it all? So I felt that one was a little bit more tense, so to say. I do wish, and I hope I'm not getting off at the topics from what you guys have to say, but I did wish to see and feel more, I think, from the adventure. I wanted there to be more risk, so to say. If we went out and came back, were we attacked by Reaper ships trying to prevent us to get to Golden Sands? Or if we were the Reaper, were cannons firing at us that we didn't maybe have a chance to make it to Golden Sands or wherever we had to go? I was kind of hoping of some opposition in that front. And I guess obviously Rare and the team probably thought people on the seas would be doing that, right? I mean, trying to hold. It's obviously all the same islands, basically. So people may be trying to hold up there and stop people from doing it. Maybe that was the thought process. But I think that's the thing that kind of I was looking for more. When I first did it, especially the Merrick one, I'm like, all right, we went here, we got it. Okay, we went back, we sold it. Okay, went here, we got it, we went back. I was expecting something to just jump out and attack us. I mean, obviously they had all the ghosts, the Phantom show up, and those were a pain in the ass. I was listening and reading reviews on it too, and people were like, those guys were hard. They showed up with 5 or 6 at once and weren't expecting it, obviously, and came in attack. But I guess that's what I was kind of longing for a little bit more in the adventure. But I think the Reaper side, I felt a little bit more, because again, we're just rowing everywhere. I felt more insecure seeing a few brigs on the board around us. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I took it from the actual adventure.
Yeah, both sides kind of felt like it was more so of a tutorial to let you know what you can do during the however long the adventure was live, because there's more to do than just you can work on saving Golden Sands or ruining Golden Sands even if you don't start the adventure. So just turning in wood crates and fruit crates to Merrick on at any point in time goes towards saving, and then, you know,
or even destroying those rowboats
yeah,
that you see throughout the Sea of Thieves.
Well, from what I've read online is those don't actually go towards saving it. Those just prevent people from potentially finding them and taking them over there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But then, like, or to destroy it without actually activating the adventure, just getting those soul flame rowboats over there and detonating it on the shores, like, and that kind of, and as that's really all there is to do, and to decide who's the winner is. And so the adventure itself just kind of felt like a tutorial of, like, go get supplies and bring them here, go get a rowboat and blow it up there, but with some stuff in the middle to make it a little longer. Again, not my favorite adventure. I still think the best adventure was the Shrouded Ghost one.
Yeah, that one was, and maybe they were trying to take down from the lull of that because that was heavy, intense, teamwork oriented. So,
and I feel like this is like the culmination of something, and it's going to change the world of Sea of Thieves. Like, you know, they have things in place for the future if both sides, depending on which side wins, like, they have stuff in place and planned out for the future. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like this should be more exciting and more kind of an event. Than it doesn't feel like an event. You know what I mean?
No, I 100% agree. I mean, but
it's sort of like it lacked tension, to your point, Bill. Even when we were doing the second version, the Reaper version on the rowboat, even that just kind of like lacked tension. And I think our biggest complaint about all of the adventures thus far, I mean, we've said it almost every time, is like the amount of sailing that you have to do. They just build in this time that you're sailing, and it's like, I want to be doing something. Like, I don't necessarily need to be getting attacked the whole time, but I just, like, there needs to be some sort of feeling of tension.
Yeah.
But I think, to your point, Anthony, I think it's setting something up, and we said that about the first adventure too, right? Like, we were all kind of like a little disappointed, like we were expecting more, and but it set up this whole journey. So this is just setting up the next part. And maybe as we do more of these and there more come, we'll kind of see, like, the ebb and flow of it and how it happens over the course of time.
Yeah. No, it was nice. It wasn't like, I guess, the furthest islands ever that you could just row to them. And I think, I mean, unless you're watching streamers, I feel, I don't think a lot of people do like a lot of rowy play. So I think that was kind of cool element, at least from the Reaper side, that you kind of take this and, you know, they only trust you in this rowboat. So it's got to go from here to here to make it, I don't know, a little bit more. We found out, I think, at the end you could dock it and then release it, bring it in. We actually just rode to it, like, obviously it was true Pirate Legends would. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it lacked. I am super excited. I'm still very torn on what I want to happen. Like, my curiosity on all this has really hindered me to want to save Golden Sands. However, I think we're all maybe in agreement that, you know, Golden Sands is probably one of all of our favorites outposts. It's hard to see that go. And again, I think it's just wonderful storytelling and design by the Rare team to put really everybody against each other, so that somebody just loves, everyone loves, not just somebody, but most people, I'd say majority of players love it so much. And now to see it possibly go into Ruin, just to see that curiosity of what it's going to be, you know, become because of it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I've been, you know, not wreck my brain. Like, I can't sleep because of the decision. But, like, it's like, I love Golden Sands. I think it's a fantastic outpost and island, and I don't want to see it go away. But like you said, at the same time, if it goes away, what's new? What's gonna pop up? What's gonna happen? I don't want it. If it does go away, I don't want it to be I'm afraid. I have a feeling that if it goes away, it'll just be covered in that green, ugly shroud, and it just makes the Shores of Plenty just ugly. And that was always supposed to be like the beautiful area, you know, the golden sands, the crystal blue waters, you know. I don't want it to look like the wilds or anything like that, you know. And so if it was get rid of the shrouded part of it, but it was just like a dark abandoned place, awesome, you know. But afraid that if it goes away, they're going to have that ugly ass shrouded cloud over it, and I think that's a bad idea. It's just hideous. But yeah, I've been thinking about. There's a line from It's Always Sunny that Mac has, which is I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top.
I love that.
That's
I played.
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you.
No, yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I posted that like GIF on one of the Sea of Thieves posts. About what side you were gonna pick. But yeah, I'm kind of I'm curious about both sides. So I'm not really on a particular side. I've done both sides of the adventure. I don't know if I would go back in and actually look for rowboats to blow up or go grab crates. If I was having a gameplay session, right? I don't think I would focus on either one since the adventure's over. I'm just gonna wait it out and see what happens.
Yeah, and my brain kind of racks around it too, to the fact that I believe, all this could be, depending on how this all unfolds, and none of us know, obviously, how it's all going to unfold. But I do feel that if it was destroyed, let's just say, I believe that this could be only maybe affected until this whole grand adventure, through the end of the year possibly is over. And then depending on if we overturn, if it's Flameheart comes back or the Reapers, then maybe it will come back and we can rebuild it from there again. Right. So that's where my curiosity is like, all right, is this a permanent thing forever? Or is this just something that's going to happen and it's going to seem like forever? And then once this whole adventure, depending on how it all folds out, in the long run, will it go back? Can we rebuild, knowing hopefully that good overcomes evil, and that is something of that nature, right? I guess that's what I hold on to within that fact.
Yeah, like if Flameheart and the Reapers get their way and Golden Sands is destroyed, if there's ever a day where we destroy Flameheart, will we then be like, well, now we can rebuild Golden Sands? Haha, he's not here to stop us.
Or at least push him back, maybe never have to destroy him, but we push him back to the fact that, here we are and we can start to rebuild and maybe he attacks a different front or something else happens. I don't know. I mean, it's just, that's what kind of keeps me pushing, hopefully that it will, something else could come of this.
Case, what are some of your thoughts on it? What side are you hoping for to win?
I'm sort of surprised that you aren't more gung-ho Golden Sands, because since I've met you, you've always said that your favorite outpost is Golden Sands. And so I've kind of felt like I would just fall on your side. Like if you were like, let's save Golden Sands, I'd be like, okay, let's save it. But since you don't feel that way, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care, but like I think I'll have fun either way.
Yeah.
I do agree. I hope it's not shrouded forever. I don't care for that. I don't like looking out on the horizon and not being able to see like past that. But it could be fun if there was like not a second Reaper's hideout, but a second like Reaper hold. That could be kind of cool. But they're so close together. That seems like they wouldn't do that. The Reapers needed a foothold in like another part of the sea, not the Shores of Plenty.
I agree, and I think that's where it gets difficult too, because I feel that they are so close to each other, and I mean, but also Reapers is positioned so well that it is kind of in the middle-ish, obviously more on the west side, but it is positioned so well that it's kind of, I guess if they did something on the opposite side, it would be an easy thing, right? If it was not even galleons at Daggertooth, people like, oh, just sink it, like let them have it, right? So I just think it's genius in my opinion on how they've kind of pitted everybody against each other to do it. I mean, do we have a final tally? Not a final, but do you know, Anthony, where we're at with all this?
When I looked earlier when we were playing, it's about half and half.
Still,
so they're pretty tied up.
Well, I think you're right. Like the storytelling here and the interactivity of it is incredible, and I think that it's kind of a bummer that it wasn't like more active. But I think that people like to play Sea of Thieves how they like to play Sea of Thieves, so they don't always like set aside time for the adventures and stuff. But like, would it be fun or just like 2 weeks every time you log in, like you're either on the attack of Golden Sands or on the defensive of Golden Sands. Like it would be so fun to like be on Golden Sands with other people who wanted to save it and like just try to hit rowies that are coming in, like if it was like a battlefield that you could always pop into, that'd be so fun.
I love that idea. If it was like an event cloud almost that came and like people had to go like they would fight, and you get good loot, either way if you defend or not. I mean, obviously if you defend it and you can sink, you sink everybody and you get this wonderful reward maybe at the end, or I don't know. I agree. I think it'd be cool if you could do something of that nature to where you create this event where people have to come and flourish there, knowing that they'll get maybe it's like double gold or something just at that one event to kind of hype people up to get them in. I don't know how you do that, but it just I wonder if that's how something they could incorporate maybe later on or whatnot down the line.
Yeah. So also what's cool and is limited right now, if you want to rep what side you're choosing in the real world, you can go to the Rare merch store, and there is a Save Golden Sands shirt and a Ruin Golden Sands shirt, which will be available until the event is over on June 9th. And Bill, what did you just do?
I pulled a last call for lunch card and I bought both. We're bringing it all both in so that I can rep and I can piss people off on the cast later on, and then at the end of it I can just say I told you so. I'm repping it. I know.
That's so smart.
Yeah,
that is cool. Wild to create this merch for like this tiny 2-week period. Like or I mean it's even longer than 2 weeks, but that is so awesome. And like what a deep that's a deep cut right there. You know what I mean? Like if you're wearing that shirt out in public and somebody knows what's up, like that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I agree. That would be funny.
Oh yeah.
I got to add to my collection. I don't have enough shirts to be wearing. Everyone's gonna be watching at times and be like, "Didn't he wear that the last pod? Didn't he wear that the last time he cast?" Like, yeah, I only got a certain amount, guys.
Man, I don't know which shirt I would buy. I'm not buying them, but I would have to buy both.
Yeah. I think it would be cool. Like, and I get it. You don't want it to be pay to win, but it would be cool if they had like sales and whatever one you had sales of too, that would maybe add like a 10% bonus or something. I don't know. But I'd hate for that to be a pay to win. I have to go look at these
shirts now.
They're very simple. They just say Save Golden Sands, Ruin Golden Sands with different colors.
Oh, yeah. I like that. It feels so sinister. Yeah. There's not a picture. It's just the words.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's funny.
And then on June 9th, they announced today that Rare will be having a live stream with both Joe Neat, the executive producer, and Mike Chapman, the game director, where they will be talking about they'll be telling everything up and going over the final decision and what's happening. And it's been a fight between them because Mike Chapman is for Golden Sands and Joe Neat is very much against Golden Sands. And they've talked about this in videos in the past and like on their official podcast, is like their office as a whole is divided and people are just like, no. So
that's funny. You think maybe like, do they have like an hour every day to fight for it either way? Like whoever they want, like during the workday?
Yeah, they really should. They should get paid to play there.
One thing I did want to say too, a little off topic but on topic. I thought when we were doing the rowboat today, with when we had two people in it and we didn't know where to go, we had to stop, pull up our compass. I know obviously if you're a seasoned player, you probably know where you're going at all times, but I think it'd be a neat idea. I know that you can't probably put a compass on the rowboat, but it'd be cool that if like the second person sitting on your rowboat could at least have their compass out and kind of point you in the direction or tell you the way, so they don't have to stand up and all of a sudden get bumped off because a wave came by or
that happened. That happened to me and to you. Like I was standing on it and then like all of a sudden I was just in the water because the boat kind of went under and everything. And but yeah, when I sat down in the boat, I tried to take out the compass and it wouldn't let me. And I was like, they're missing something here.
Yeah, I just think it'd be an easy thing to put in that someone can navigate and kind of tell you where to go. At least you still have to know the seas really well to where you're going, but at least you can say, okay, go northwest, go south, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
To try and get you there. I just think it'd be kind of cool to have. But
yeah. And then, was there something else I was going to talk about? I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think there's any other topics. for us. But yeah, that's really it.
I mean, and obviously you guys, there's only a couple days left, but let us know your thoughts and feelings too on, what your reasoning is for choosing which side.
Yeah,
I think
there will be 3 days after this episode drops for you to get in the adventure and let us know what you're going to be doing with that and whose side you're on. Hit us up in the Discord. All right.
And so we know the next adventure starts in 3 days, the next adventure doesn't start in 3 days. The decision is made in 3 days, and then
it's probably a couple more weeks, I'd say, for the next one. Do we know the name of the next adventure is?
It popped.
I tried to look and I missed it.
Yeah, it's like Hunter something or something hunted or the haunted something maybe. I don't remember, but I remember looking at it earlier when I was scrolled through, and I do like that like kind of next on thing, like coming up is such and such. Haunted.
100% agree.
All right. Kind of a shorter episode this week.
I will say the venting portion of this podcast here. I know we don't like to bitch, all right, but as a Sea of Friends affiliate here, wanting to push out when we were doing our adventure today, we ran up against a crew that they decided to reach out to us and let us know that we should stop camping Golden Sands when we weren't.
Yeah.
We were close.
Well, there was a ship. We were on Cannon Cove and we noticed a ship hanging out at Golden Sands, and we thought to ourselves, or we didn't think, we talked amongst each other, like, there's a ship hanging out there. They might be waiting for Rowies to pop up, so they can blast them out of there and try to save Golden Sands.
Right. So they messaged us saying that, hey, stop, camping on the Golden Sands. And we're like, okay, we're not, we're doing our own thing, man, but whatever. And then we decided, we went to Golden Sands, we did our thing, and we left. We did pick up a breath, and we were right next to the shrine. It's like, hey, let's just do this quick. And all of a sudden they rolled up on us and they took all of our supplies. It's like, okay, get it. We weren't on our ship. Let's just leave, take whatever you want. But then they decided to camp on our ship and just keep trying to kill us. And then we came back and we took them out. It was fine. But then obviously we had no supplies and they came after us. And I was just so perturbed by the idea that they took all our supplies. We couldn't fight back and they wanted to just come and continuously sink us. And again, nothing on board. They had their fair pickings to take whatever they wanted, nothing on board. And yet they still came at us. And
yeah, we hadn't done anything except for the adventure, so we had zero treasure, and our ship had sank after we had left it. So all the supplies we had were just like your standard spawn supplies, like 30 cannonballs, 10 wood, 5 bananas. Like there was nothing on us.
Yeah, I think we might have had one storage crate that we just happened to find on an island, but again, it probably gave them another 10 cannonballs and. Yeah. Some food. It was just annoying, and I get it. Everyone can play as their own, and I'm not advocating against that. It's just annoying where you're going to win the fight. Like you're obviously out there to try to bully someone to make us quit. We didn't. We did sink in the long run. Obviously, we couldn't fight back, but we took them out one by one at a few times to try to save ourselves to finish the adventure at least. But it was just annoying. Don't be like that. Try not to.
I just don't understand the point.
Fight. Yeah.
Like, if somebody has nothing and they don't want the fight, and
right,
they have no treasure.
Give us a fair chance. Give us our cannonballs back, and let's have a fair fight, and then see. And if you beat us, you beat us. But don't take all our stuff and then come at us. I just don't understand that style of play.
I understand wanting the PvP.
Right.
But that we have nothing. So what's the point in PvP? And not that we have no supplies. So what's the point? And then we've definitely logged on, been out for PvP, trying to find it, took on a ship, maybe we sunk them, and if they show no interest, we're not going to keep going. That's when it crosses the line.
Right.
I feel like when you're not trying to get their treasure and they're clearly not interested in fighting. So if you keep going, that feels like bullying to me.
Yeah, that happened to us not too long ago. That sloop that we came across, and then Billy got on board, and the guy dropped his own anchor. Was like, "Just kill me, whatever." And we're like, Well, not with that attitude, buddy. Like, we're not here to fuck up your day.
Fight.
We're just trying to have fun. But if you're not going to have fun, and Billy, patched him up and gave him some stuff, and we went on our way, and he was like, "All right, see you later, thanks."
And one of those times, I think it might have been crossing the lines too, or not crossing the lines, but it might have been along the same way. Is that a ship was coming right at us, a sloop coming right at us. Maybe they didn't know. I mean, we were just minding our own business, doing whatever. And so we got battle preps. I mean, you're coming at us. That's a threat, in my opinion. So we took down their mast, and I jumped over, checked him out, and he just kind of stood there again. Like, I'm like, okay, sorry. And I'm like, hey, sorry, I gave him some of my fish I had, some meat, and I patched him up, and then we left. And 5 minutes later, the guy comes around and starts shooting at us. I'm like, okay, did he just want his little revenge?
Oh yeah, that was the guy from the first, when we did the Merrick portion of the adventure. Yeah. And he just kept circling the island, waiting for us, and then ran away. When we're like, all right, we're gonna fight back, and he ran away, and we're like, okay, see you later. Like, what do you want?
And nothing got determined at that point. But it's like, okay, maybe he just wanted to get his shot and take our mast down, and that was it. But I'm like, okay, this guy wants to rumble. Let's rumble.
But that was those guys today of like, we killed them. They killed me like twice. They killed Casey twice. You came back from the shrine. We killed them. And then we're like, all right, let's just get out of here. And then we noticed that they were coming at us with like the third guy, because it was a brig. They had parked like 2 islands over, but the third guy was rowing like a soul flame rowboat to us to try to detonate it. Like, okay, whatever. But then they started chasing and firing like all their cannons at us. It's like, what's the, like, we can't fight back. You took everything we have. Like, what's the point? Does it make you feel good? Like, I won a battle. I beat them. Like, I guess, like.
And I'm genuinely asking, what's the point? If any of you listeners do this, like, please help me understand.
DA sales, sweats, taking.
I'm not judging. I'm not. Right. I mean, it may have sounded like in my build up to this that I'm judging. And while I may disagree with your play style, I really do want to understand how that is fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't get it.
Like, is it really to make you, like, that's my thing of, like, taking someone's supplies, not sinking them, and waiting for them to leave so you can, like, then chase them down and then try to sink them? Like, is it because that's an easier way to win a fight? Do you consider that a fight?
It is.
Well, I mean, yeah. But, like, do you consider that a fight? Is it
tie both our hands behind our back in this fight?
Is it like yeah, exactly. Like, is it the only way you can win a fight, or is it you bored? Is it you trying to be a jerk? Is it you thinking that we're over here like throwing our controllers at the wall, being like, fuck these guys? Like, we're really curious. So if this is your play style, if you're the guy that sent me a message, if you happen to listen to this podcast, send me another message and tell me, yo, I do listen to this podcast, and I'm just I can't fight for shit, and so that's why I got to do it this way. No, cut that.
What? Just for you listeners that have been following us for a while, we did check, and it was not Meerkat. Okay, it was not him. We're good. I double checked because we would have gone back.
Although when we were playing Evil Dead, we thought we were coming across Meerkat, but then it was like something else cat, and we're like, okay, wrong cat.
Wrong cat. Yeah.
This guy sucks as bad as Meerkat.
Yeah, we would have had him if we had our supplies. I think we could have taken them, but no, we'll never know now because they stole them all. So they did thieve us. Yeah, and good for them. But they didn't get the best of us because we're still friends.
Yeah, and we actually finished what we set out to do, which was talk to the Reaper at Reaper's Hideout to finish the voyage, and we did it.
That was it.
We won. That's been one of my strategies for the longest since I started playing solo. Anyways, was like, if someone's chasing me and I don't feel like dealing with them, I will I'll sail near an island, but not super close enough to where it looks like he's getting really close to the island. He's probably trying to go to the island, and then I will like slyly leave my boat through the front of the boat and then swim deep underwater to get to the island. And then I'd say 9 times out of 10, the ship continues chasing my ship, and I'm just like, I'm not even on that ship. So long, sucker. And that's what we did today to turn in the voyage, to finish the adventure. I mean, so yeah.
Pro plays.
I think there was one time where the people were onto me, and only because I had a pet out, and it was on not Cannon Cove, Lone Cove, and I went into that little cave underneath Lone Cove, and I was hiding behind a rock, and the guy came in here Or like the guys stopped because they saw my bird outside and was like, "We have your bird. Come on out." And then after looking for 20 minutes, they finally found me laying down behind a rock. And I told the guy, I was just like, "Go away." And he was like, "All right." And then they left. Awesome. I think I probably told that story on this podcast before.
Ghost story.
Ghost story. All right. We have a quick email, not a tall tale, but kind of an introduction of a new listener. I won't say your last name and I won't say your gamer tag. But I saw your email about a week and a half ago, and I wanted to email you back. I was going to email you back, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna respond through the show. He says, "Hello, my name is David. I've been listening to your podcast for the last 3 weeks or so, and I have been loving it. I recently got into the game myself and have listened to almost every episode of yours while I've been driving, mowing, doing general house stuff. I just listened to an episode where Lunch talks about playing No Man's Sky with Warhawk. I love that game, but I haven't played in a few months. If you ever want a third space pirate, hit me up. Keep up the awesome podcast. P.S. I got my wife to play Sea of Thieves a little as well. Friend on the seas and in space, David." That's what it is, man. Get your wife to play. Remember, the family that sails together eats dinner together. All right.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
But no, yeah. I'd say me and Bill probably jump into No Man's Sky every 2 updates.
Yeah, we need to get back in.
Yeah.
It has some more.
They jump in, they get really into it for a week, which, you know what, it's kind of a reprieve for me. Not that I don't enjoy gaming, but it's like, okay, cool. I've got a week where I know I can count on them flying around space and I can get some other stuff done. And then next week we'll come back to sailing.
Yeah, I think they just added space whales into the game.
They did, yeah. Gotta check
Space
them out.
whales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's some game out here listening to me and it's not the one I play?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Joni, get on this.
I hate No Man's Sky, but I love whales.
Sean, if you're listening, she doesn't hate it. She doesn't understand it.
No. I understand it very well.
She likes the sea, not the sea of stars.
Yeah, they just added space whales, and yeah. So we'll have to go check
I need
that
to see this. So the next time you play,
right on.
There we go.
I just muted myself. Next time you play, I might watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think that's awesome, David. We really appreciate you reaching out, and definitely, I mean, we'll have to look for you in the stars when we play and get our little kick in. We'll need some help on some of the exhibitions. What is that called? Is that it? Exhibition?
What are the exhibitions? Isn't that the exhibitions are like the every few months they have like that story they have to start over and do stuff. Is that
yeah? Is it called an exhibition though?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, we love
expedition.
Expedition. There we go. Expedition.
Where you go to? Yeah, that's right. Oh my!
And then some of those those multiplayer missions that give you like the Quicksilver, whatever.
Yeah. We'll have to show off some of our ships and hit the Nexus and do some missions.
Yeah, man. Plus, I still need to show Bill here some of the abandoned freighters. So those are fun.
Check that out. I heard it's a world. I've not done it yet. So no spoilers. But
they can be intense. They're creepy, man. They're creepy.
And I think we've got a few, so we can definitely go and play them.
Yeah, I think I have one. I think you said you had like 3. Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, David, welcome to the Sea of Friends. I hope we keep entertaining you for many, many more moons to come. I was gonna say years, but then I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be around for years. Hopefully,
I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
we just hit 1 year, so
that's true. We did hit 1 year.
Years is only 2 years. I mean, that's not. I mean, that's easy.
That's true. Yeah, our show. We've been around.
As long as you guys
year.
keep listening.
You keep listening, we'll keep talking. All right.
We'll probably talk if no one listens. Sorry.
I'll still, yeah. I mean, I make barbecue videos that only you watch, and I'll still make them. So,
hey, I like it.
Hey, I watch
and you too, and the band U2, they watch it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonham's a big fan.
He really is, man. All right. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't have any concerns, but you can tweet at us at the Sea of Friends or email us at seaoffriendspodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to join the Discord community where we sometimes talk in it. You can find the description. You can find the link to that in the description for this episode or on our Twitter page. Until next time, I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk.
And remember, it doesn't always have to be a Sea of Thieves.
You gonna edit that out?
Yeah. Good thinking. I don't know why I'm whispering.
That's good. It's good. Let's get some more secret.
Yeah. Let's keep whispering. There's a bird outside the window right now. I'm gonna keep this part in.